Hey guys, it's Dan from Wilder Mr. Grey back once again with reading your comments, good or bad, and we're gonna see what we can see. I've had a shit week this week. Before we go further, 2 birthday shout-outs to Ad's wife Rebecca and Mandros. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rebecca and Mandros. Happy birthday to you. Yeehaw! Apologies for that terrible rendition, but yes, I've had a shit week. I had to wipe my PC. There was things going on with my PC. I had to wipe it all, and I forgot to save my documents. So every channel you've recommended to me, every video you've recommended to me, gone, because I forgot to back them up. So please send more. My internet has been going on and off every 2 to 3 minutes for the last week. It's finally back, I think. Fingers crossed. And I've had issues with it, and I haven't been able to watch anything, upload anything, download anything. It's been really annoying. The good thing is, though, I bought a new car yesterday. It broke down in 45 minutes. I have the best luck with cars. It's not currently gone back to the garage. Hopefully it's an easy fix, because I really like the car. But yeah, that's been my week this week. So I apologise for not putting anything up. I mean, this is all first world problems. There's more worse shit going on in the world today, but this is my week. This is my little bubble, and it's been shit. We're going to go through as many comments as I can I've missed over the last week or so, and see if we can answer them, or see what you're thinking this week, what I've been thinking, and let's just talk. And as always, these are not in any particular order. They're just the order I copied and pasted them into my picture thing. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about today. So the first one, like I said, in no particular order, from David Richardson. And he asks, do one on the dowsing rods. They can be moved by wind, hands not holding them properly, the angle that you hold them at, human stupidity, telepathic bullshit. Yeah, I think dowsing rods are at the bollocks myself. The thing is, the rods are sort of like I used to have, not me, but my brother used to have, or my cousin used to have a pair when I was like 12 years old. I don't know where he got them from. I don't know why he had them, but he had these dowsing rods, and they're basically like 2 metal rods, hence the name, and they're in like a casing where they can slide really easily, and people, for years, and this is not just recent, this has been going for hundreds of years, people seem to think they can find water, they can find like spirits, but dowsing rods to me, and I'm no expert on dowsing rods, believe it or not, I'm no expert on dowsing rods, but to me, what it looks like is happening is it's your hand movement. That's all it is. And they can say, oh well, I'm keeping these hands still. I guarantee you're not keeping them still enough for those rods not to move. Yeah, they will move with the slightest movement, up, down, left, right. They will move, and then they supposedly point, say, to water. But the ones I've seen with pointing to water, you go anywhere in the world, anywhere. I mean, possibly not Death Valley, but I'm sure in parts of Death Valley you can do this, or in the Sahara Desert. You go anywhere in the world, dig deep enough, you'll find water. Anywhere. And that's a guarantee. I think. I'm no water expert, believe it or not. But you go anywhere, you will find water. So when you say, I found water using dowsing rods, you probably did. You're probably standing above water right now. Dig about 5-10 feet down, you will find water. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, I do think dowsing rods are bollocks, myself. But that's it. Another one from David Richardson. Dear Greybeard. It is looking quite grey. Is it me, or do you lose your shit and faith in humanity when so-called paranormal investigators provide egregious claims that they have the very scarce ability to communicate with dead celebrities? Not only is it at the bullshit with no science behind it, e.g. use the garbled radio wave frequencies or go to For example, to Paul Walker's crash site on the last hotel room of a certain serial killer, etc. Cause distress to family members or those family members' loved ones who were unfortunately killed. I get so mad and aggravated. Me too. I get really annoyed when investigators are such... Like, I made a video on Huff Paranormal a few months back. J Station was one of them. There's other like big YouTubers who do this kind of shit, and it really pisses me off. And they will claim to contact Robin Williams and Kobe Bryant. And yeah, that really grips my shit. That kind of thing. One, I don't know why they would be contacting a YouTuber. You know, if they were passed on and they could communicate, do you think they would communicate with their family or their loved ones? Why would they communicate with someone who says, smash like, smash subscribe, and I'll contact someone? Al Capone. Al Capone is a perfect example. I see this all the time. Now, Alcatraz. I'd love to go to Alcatraz. It's one of my destinations I hope to get to. There's a fly in my room somewhere. But yeah, Alcatraz. I'd love to go there. It does definitely look spooky there. I'd love to stay the night there on my own. But I see a lot of investigation. I can still hear that fly easier somewhere. But I see a lot of paranormal investigations who go to Alcatraz, and they will go. Now, Al Capone, they'll go to Alcatraz, and they'll go to his jail cell where he stayed. I think he was there for a couple of years. And they will say, I'm contacting Al Capone's spirits in this cell. And the people who look after Alcatraz, they always say, yeah, we sometimes hear Al Capone's voice, and you know, I sense Al Capone being there. Now, a couple of things with that situation. One, Al Capone didn't die in that cell, right? So why the spirit of Al Capone would go to that cell is beyond me. He died like a couple of years later in Florida from a stroke. So if Al Capone was roaming the earth as a spirit, why would he go back to the cell he stayed at I think it was 2 or 3 years I think he stayed there for. I could be wrong. But he didn't die in that cell. You know, so whenever someone goes to a place like that, like they'll go to like an old castle or an old manor state home, and they'll be like, I sense Henry VIII and his wife, one of his wives, Anne Boleyn. And like, he didn't die there, but I sense him. he liked that chair. He sat in once and ate some bacon and eggs probably. You know, it's like shit like that. It's I don't know why can't you contact the janitor or the chambermaid who was there? You know, nobody ever contacts little lowly. I say lowly, like the staff or the servants. They always contact the famous person they can put in that title in that YouTube video. They always contact those people. They never contact the janitor or the stableman. And you know, it really annoys me. So either they're lying, or they're just so far up their own ass that they think those dead celebrities or dead famous people will want to speak to them. So yeah, it does annoy me. It does really annoy me, that kind of stuff. But I ranted too much on that one. So on to the next question. Disasteroid7 says, I remember a TV special where they talked about how an advanced race would discover how unsustainable a spaceflight program would be in regards to galactic travel, and would more likely develop a means of interdimensional travel instead. Ships have to be maintained regularly, gamma radiation is too destructive, the distance and time is too great. These would bring the carbon base and would likely have advanced quantum computer systems to upload their consciousness into, or would be an AI. So there would be little green men unless they were closed and engineered. I need more full stops there. But he's commented when I put out a post the other day that what's everyone's thoughts on the Pentagon possibly releasing evidence of an off-worldly vehicle somewhere. I don't know. I always say I'm more likely to believe in aliens. Now, I don't believe aliens have visited us. I just don't. I hope I'm wrong. I do genuinely hope I'm wrong in that statement. But I don't think they visit us. I think all the sightings we see and all the abductions, they've either been a hoax, they've either been people lying, or they've either been people have had some different experience which we can't explain. But I don't know. I don't think I'm not there, so I can't say 100%. But when it comes to abductions, I don't know why they have to always probe the butt, the arse. I don't know. I don't know. Well, years ago, there was a big craze of crop circles. Crop circles were popping up in the UK. I think it was the 80s and the 90s. They were pretty much all around. And people were like, oh, it has to be UFOs. It has to be UFOs. The crop circles will come out with all these unique and what's the word I'm looking for? So they'd come out with all intricate designs. That was the word I was looking for. And for ages and ages, all the media were like, it has to be UFOs, it has to be UFOs. Turns out it was just a bunch of students going around the country making little shapes in the grass and the hay. I don't know. Like I said, I am more likely to believe in aliens on the grand scale of things, because when I love astronomy. I'm big into the universe. I love space. Anything to do with space, I lap that shit up. Space is big. And by me saying big, I can't emphasize on the word big. It's very big. We can only see like a few 100 million light years or 100,000 light years far. We know there's more after it. We just can't see it. And just to think that our lonely little blue dot, as the late great Carl Sagan once said, our little blue dot is the only existence in the entire universe. I think it's very egotistical of us to think that, to be honest. So I do genuinely think there's something out there. I'm not saying they got 2 arms, 2 legs, nose, eyes. There could be something else like a little worm or something. I don't know. Might not even be carbon based. Who knows? I've watched a lot of Star Trek, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm more likely to believe in aliens than like ghosts. But saying that, I don't think aliens have visitors. I don't think they have, because like going on just the vast expanse of space to travel to us, like even like they would need something like he said, an interdimensional, like a wormhole or something, or a Stargate. That would be cool. It'd take millions upon millions of years just to get to our system from other systems. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this statement. But do I think the Pentagon is going to release any evidence of off-worldly vehicle? No, I don't. I think it's just another distraction from the shiteness that is going on in America right now. I hope I'm proven wrong. I genuinely do hope I'm proven wrong. Every time I do these like debunking videos, like I always say, I'm not debunking the paranormal. I'm debunking the videos that people put up where they're faking something or they're misunderstanding something. That's what I'm doing. I'm never debunking people's experiences. Never debunking the paranormal. I would love for the afterlife to be real, and I hope one day I'll find out to be proven wrong. But like I said, I follow evidence. I follow science-based facts. I don't know where I'm going with this, so I'll just move on with the next question. Goodfella_80 says, "Hey Dan, if you don't mind me saying, I much prefer your debunking videos. Been following pretty much from the beginning once I came across your vids, and your debunking ones I enjoy the most. Also, you start all your vids with back once again. Just once follow that up with the Renegade Master. Beep bop battle all the people." I don't know what the words are. Maybe the next video. If you come across a channel called Top 5s, it's a British channel, I'm guessing. He has some interesting vids. If you feel bored one night, have a look through some of those. Keep up the good work and sifting through all the utter bollocks, so us simple folk can sit back and enjoy. Cheers, mate. I appreciate the comments. I enjoy making the debunking videos. I also enjoy making the reading the comments of videos, and I enjoy making the top 10 videos. The reason why I try to space them out, like I don't do I started off doing a debunking video every single week. But making a debunking video, as opposed to the reading your comments in top 10, is a lot of work going into those videos, believe it or not. Because I have to research the videos, and I have to, most of the videos, if I think there's some, trickery involved with it, I'll go through frame by frame. Now, if it's like a 30-minute video, going frame by frame through a 30-minute video takes a long time. And then once I've found the little things I can see, I have to edit them together, circle them where they are, say my thing about it. So the debunking videos do take a while to make, unfortunately. I wish I could make them every week, But when I started out making them every week, it was coming harder and harder to hit that deadline of every Sunday, even though I rarely hit every Sunday these days. But yeah, no, I appreciate that people prefer my debunking videos. I really enjoy making them, but they do take a little bit longer than, like, say, the reading the comments or the top 10 stupid. So that's why I try to space them out throughout the week. But yeah, you know, maybe, you know, if I was just gonna say, if this YouTube thing ever becomes a full-time thing, maybe so. And that might have to happen in 2 months' time. I could be losing my job, but we won't get into that. This failure is pissing me off. I do appreciate what you're saying, but those debunking videos do take a bit of time to make. But I will try and make more often. But that's why I tried to space out the three episodes: debunking, reading comments, and top 10s. And that's it. Jenny G says, I appreciate everyone has a different mindset, but I struggle to understand from many of these videos how people can immediately mentally go to a supernatural or paranormal case. The bird, for example. Oh, right, yes, sorry. The bird in my most recent debunking video. Many people would think about hesitating. That bird must be stuck in something. Fascinating that a small number don't think that way. The brain is a strange thing. The brain is a fantastically strange thing. We still don't understand the brain. But yeah, I'm sinking in my chair. But yeah, I totally agree. I've said this time again. I don't know why people are so quick to jump to the supernatural, the paranormal, the most fantastical explanation, instead of just thinking, hang on, maybe it's just that basic natural thing which is happening. I mean, everyone wants something special in life. I know I do. But we all want something special in our lives. We all want to feel special. This is why years ago we thought the Earth was the center of the universe. We want to feel special. You know, we want things to be fantastical and amazing. And a lot of times they are. You know, like I said, I'm big into space. You look at anything in space, there's amazing stuff out in space. Fantastical, brilliant things out in space. But I think it just comes down to that if someone experiences something, like for the bird, for example. I mean, the people watching, the people who were actually there, they probably saw that cable where the bird was caught in. They didn't think, oh my god, isn't it amazing? It's gravity fullness. You know, they didn't think that probably. They could see the thing, but on the video you can't see the cable. But yeah, I agree. I don't know why people are so quick to jump to the amazing supernatural paranormal. Like I said, the only thing I can think is because they just want to feel special. And there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I agree. John Smith says, don't ever be concerned about these guys' subs getting upset about you calling them out. When you call them on their bullshit, it also proves their subs' stupidity for believing them. Younger generations can't admit when they are wrong, so they throw a temper tantrum. Childish morons is all they are. I think I say it in my videos sometimes when I say, for example, I do something on Franco TV or Ghost of Karma, I'm always like, oh, I hope their subs don't come after me. If they do, I'm not that bothered, to be honest with you. I'm a big boy now. I have broad shoulders. I can handle that stuff. You know, maybe 20 years ago I was like, oh my god, they're coming after me. I won't. You know, if they do, unfortunately, that's the way of the internet. People will come after you. People will defend you, no matter what. But that is just the way of social media. And I'm a fan of social media these days. There's a lot of cancelling shit. I hate that shit. But yeah, that is the unfortunate part of making a YouTube video or making any kind of content for someone where you not go after. I don't like that word, go after, because I never go after people. But if you make like a video on someone else's favorite YouTuber and that's all you're giving your opinions, a lot of people will take those opinions on board, but there are a lot of people like, you motherfucker, you just abused my favorite person ever. How dare you? But that is the unfortunate part of YouTubing and social mediaing. Is that a word? I don't think it is. But yeah, I appreciate the comment, but I'm not concerned at all about it. I just laugh it off. I get comments now and again where they call me like a dickhead or a prick, or how dare you say they're faking this when they clearly are. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I can handle all that stuff, but don't worry. I do appreciate the concern. Kayak 1969 says TikTok should be named Trick Crap. I agree. Things people do for likes, shares, subs is stupidly unreal. Was going to ask you, have you ever experienced anything you couldn't rationally explain? If so, what happened? I'm a total skeptic, but I've experienced many things that have unnerved me or couldn't just explain as pareidolia or anything rational. Great videos, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the comments. I think I've answered this a few times in the past, but when I was younger, I was a full-on believer. I've mentioned it before. I used to stay in my grandmother's house, and the back bedroom scared the shit out of me. Because I think it was either my brother or someone or my cousin told me when I was a kid, like when I was 10 years old, that he saw a little ghost girl at the top of the stairs and then disappeared. And that scared the crap out of me. Scared the shit out of me. And whenever I stayed at my grandmother's, I would always have to pass out to go to sleep in the back bedroom. I was like that under the blanket for hours on end until I actually passed out. Never, complained about it to my grandmother or my mother saying I'm not staying there, it's haunted. I just stuck with it and just tried to get to sleep. But I have experienced weird things. I've seen like shadows of the corner of my eye, but then I've always put it down I'm tired or something. When you're tired, your eyes play tricks on you. I used to do urban exploring videos, and I used to love doing them. And I used to go some really dark, creepy, old abandoned places like World War II bunkers. I always went on my own. Been in like old cellars, old basements of pubs and military installations. I loved all that stuff. And when you're down there, you hear things. You hear things echoing in the distance in that dark tunnel. Like I went through this old. I've said this before. I went through this old railway tunnel 2 years ago, and it was 666 yards long. So that was on my mind instantly. But as I was walking through, I could hear footsteps behind me. Now, like I said, I went on my own, and it was pitch black. I couldn't see daylight that way. I couldn't see daylight that way. I just had my torch and my camera, and I kept hearing footsteps behind me, about 10 feet behind me, and like. After a while, I thought, all right, I'm going to have a look. Because even though 2 years ago I was still a skeptic, open skeptic, I was thinking, what the hell is that? It's really creepy. I'm going to turn around and have a look. So I turned around and have a look. Nothing there, obviously. And then eventually my mind then clicked. It was my own footsteps reverberating off the domed roof, the domed ceiling. So, that was my little on-the-fly debunk. Of where those footsteps are coming from. But I've never really seen anything I can't explain. I've seen some weird things, but like I said, at a corner of my eye turned, there's nothing there, and then I put it down. I could be tired, but I've never seen anything like bang in front of me. Nothing has ever spoken to me at the bottom of my bed at night. If I did, I would shit my pants, and I would never make these videos ever again. But no, I haven't, unfortunately, seen anything which I can't rationally explain. I've always got a rational explanation. I mean, I'm fully open. I hope I do see something one day or hear something. Not at night, at the bottom of my bed. Please don't do that. Because that is really creepy. But no, I haven't, unfortunately. Sorry. Louis Scarf says, awesome debunk on these videos. These channels like Slaptham and Nukes are counting on you to believe what they put up. It's really hard to find any real ghost videos on YouTube. Almost all are fake for some kind of gain, most of the time to make money. I mean, I agree. A lot of these, like especially the YouTube videos, a lot of these top YouTubers who make these paranormal videos, something happens in every single video, and I can guarantee it will happen in the last 5 minutes of that video to make sure you watch that entire video, which is fine. That's marketing, that's business. And they do make a lot of money off them. But then I remember a comment, I said this a few months back, and I had a comment coming back saying, well, this person doesn't make any money off these, so they have to be real. No, not at all. Just because they don't make money doesn't mean they're not out there to gain some other kind of notoriety. Just having your name out there, this guy has contacted Robin Williams. That's a big headline to have above your name. So, it doesn't always have to be about money. It can just simply be in that this guy has contacted that famous celebrity, He's amazing. He's not amazing. People do make these videos, the paranormal videos especially, just to show, like, going back to what I was saying earlier, just to feel a bit special, or want people to think they're special. Everyone's special, by the way. You know, you're not all standard. You're all special. Everyone's special in their own kind of way, but they want to feel that little bit more special, you know, by saying, I contacted Abraham Lincoln. I don't know. Even though he didn't die there. That flies back. Mandros. Happy birthday, by the way. Sorry I'm late. I agree. Slatham is getting silly now, but I do laugh at his descriptions. I'm going to do this in a terrible Australian accent. Ready? Has a grey-like face and sunken eyes. Do the people who send them in think, cheeky bugger, I haven't got sunken eyes. Talking of shadows out the corner of your eye, I had a black cat called Pepper. My mother's cat is called Pepper as well. Who she named her Pepper. After 3 weeks found out she was a he, but he's still called Pepper. And he's a moody cat. Lovely cat though. When I moved, my neighbour watched her for me, but she found me on her own. I'd moved a good 20-minute walk away from an old flat. She got old and was in pain. I had to... Oh, God. I don't know if I want to read the rest of that. That's quite a sad question. Soon after, I moved in with my partner. I haven't had her ashes in my plant pot. I even had her ashes in the plant pot. First few months, I swear I saw her run across the back of the sofa. Many nights that happened. I don't see her now, but I do believe she found me. Oh, you've made me quite sad. But I appreciate the comment. I'm a dog. I'm an animal lover. I love all animals, but I'm a dog lover mainly. I haven't got a dog now, but I've had two dogs in my life. Once when I was like a kid, and then once right up until the age of 21. Jay, my crossbreed. She was a mongrel, they call them, but she looked more like an Alsatian. Loved that dog. She went to 14 or 15 years old, and she had to be unfortunately put to sleep. When you have a pet for that long, 14 years, and people who don't have pets don't understand this, but when you have a pet for like 14 or 15 years, they're part of the family. They're as simple as that. They're your little brother, little sister. You know, they're part of your family, and people who don't have pets don't understand this. When they say, how can it be a part of your family? It's just an animal. Trust me, when you have a pet for that long, they're more than just an animal. When my dog Jay, when she got put down, I was 21. I was devastated, absolutely devastated, and it took me. See, you're gonna learn some stuff about me. You know? This is the reason I haven't had a dog for a number of years, because that kept me up so much when she went, and I agree. For months on end, I could hear her coming through the kitchen, or I could hear her barking. I could hear a chain around the collar she had around her neck. I could hear that for months afterwards. And like, I'd always look, to think, oh, she's going to run into the room. It's so weird how, when you're grieving for a pet, it's weird how your brain works. And yeah, I agree, that kind of stuff does happen. Who knows? I'd like to think that it was my dog visiting me, but I don't know. But yeah, no, I totally agree. When you have a pet in your life for that long, it's part of the family. There's no questions about it. I totally agree. And I know how you can, you think you saw her run across the room. I was exactly the same when my dog went. But moving on before I get even more sad. Private, none of your business says, dead people can't communicate, but the devil can pretend to be them. When he sees you looking for something like that, he does that to lure you away from God. Stay away from that and the occult stuff, and turn to Jesus Christ, who loves you and sets you free. Good advice, I suppose. Private, none of your business again. A 308. Did you say Christ when the phone rang? Don't use the Messiah's name in vain. Firstly, I apologise. Secondly, don't watch the rest of my videos. You'll be shocked. Red Fox says, just because someone never experienced anything paranormal doesn't mean videos like this are fake. I experienced shrouded figures in my apartment, so I became a fan of Nuke's Top 5 and Franco TV. I mean, I sort of agree with what you're saying. I mean, just like I said, I've never experienced anything. But when someone says, well, just because you haven't experienced something, that video doesn't mean his videos are fake. I don't know who is. Franco TV, I'm assuming. But you can find fake things which are happening in those, and you can see them. You can see those things, and I didn't know this. I only found this the other day, and I can't remember who told me now. But Franco TV is part of this, what they call the Florida crew, where I think it's Mo Saji, Oh My Gosh, and a few others, and they all team up to make videos. So if you think Mo Saji and Oh My Gosh are real, and you think Franco TV is real, but people have proven many times that Mo Saji and Oh My Gosh are not real, you have to kind of assume that Franco TV himself is hiding a few things, you know, when it comes to these videos, because they always crew up and make videos together. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. If someone you think is truthful is banding together with someone you know is not truthful, chances are that they might not be so truthful themselves. I'm just saying. That's just an opinion, and that's all I'm saying. Teresa Shamrock says, I've been watching a lot of Franco TV lately, and going through the comments I've discovered a pile of shit. People would reply with the timestamp of the ghost in the background or something moving. If you go back to his earlier videos and slow it down, you will find a person hiding in the background. Franco is trying the best to cover the bullshit, and people are starting to catch on. I have found way too many people hiding in the background or running to avoid the camera. I agree, yes. I've seen people in the background. And this actually goes on to something which I actually do in my debunking process. I'm not a debunking expert, by the way. You know, don't presume me to be an expert, but I think I'm fairly good at researching and finding little things in videos. But what she says there now, where if you go to his earlier videos and slow it down, whenever someone suggests a video to me or a channel to me, will you please look at that, please look at this, or like say if I see her on Nuke's Top 5 or Slaptime or anyone's like top 10 channel, and I see like, oh, this shadow person or whatever or something, the first thing I will do, and hopefully they've linked the video down below, but the first thing I always do, I go to the person's channel where that videos come from, and I go to their very first video. That's something I always do, and 9 times out of 10 I have found their first video where they've tried that same effect. Now, like the video they show on the top 5, that could be like a video they've put up 2 years after making these videos on YouTube. But if you go to their first video, 9 times out of 10 I found people making terrible effects, like adding a shadow person in the background or adding a shadow cone across the screen. And you can tell just by looking at it, it's the terrible, terrible effect. It's the first time they've ever tried that effect. To them, it probably looked good 2 years earlier, but now it looks terrible. And you can see the progress as they go through their videos getting better and better at putting shadow people in. I'm not saying that's what Franco TV does, but yeah. But this is just an example. If you go to their first video, you'll see a really badly made effect, probably made in Windows Movie Maker. Probably like a stock shadow PNG they've got of Google, and they've just inserted it and put it across, and it probably looked good to them at the time. But then you can see their skills get better and better as they go further on in the videos, and that's something I always do when I find a video on Nuke's Top 5 or Slaptime. I'll find the channel where it came from, and I will go to their very first few videos and look at them and see what's happening. And 9 times out of 10, you will see way worse effects in those earlier videos than when they did like 3 or 4 years later. And that's something I always do. I thought that was interesting. Craig Johnson says, Flat Earthers, we're on to Flat Earth again, always crack me up. Them and the Mandela Effect group. I think Professor Dave's Flat Earth series of videos nailed it spot on, where he shows that for every idea they come up with to explain one observation, it contradicts and debunks another of their proofs, and therefore has no way of being correct. One thing he doesn't cover in these videos is one I always think of though, is the fact that because the Earth is a spheroid, it means the stars rotate at the opposite direction in the northern hemisphere than in the southern. I'm sure they will have come up with something to explain that away. Let's face it, they would have to, but it won't be consistent or compatible with the other proofs, and that is why it fails. The flat Earth evidence can't work together in one model like the round Earth model, where every possible observation makes 100% sense and is self-consistent, compatible, and the only thing required to make it so that the Earth is clearly round. Yeah, this is I think I've said this before. When it comes to flat Earth stuff, now I'm no expert on I follow a couple of flat Earth channels. My favorite one is Simon Dan. I all urge you, if you want to know more about someone who constantly disproves flat Earth theories, is Simon Dan. Go over there, sub to him, tell him I sent you. I'm a big fan of his. But yeah, that's something you will always find when it comes to flat Earth and Mandela effect. When it comes to flat Earth, they will come up with all these proofs, like Craig Johnson's saying, and like 2 or 3 of them will contradict the other ones, always. But whereas when you come to like a spheroid or the global Earth, the globetrotters they call us people, all our evidence match up. It all matches up. And you will get some of these flat earthers. I can't remember the name of the experiment. They'll say, well, this guy in 1859 proved that the Earth wasn't spinning. And that wasn't true. He was trying to prove something else. And it just so happened that his one experiment didn't see the Earth spinning. But you can't recreate that experiment. The way experiments works, the way you prove your facts or your science, is if you can recreate it every single time. And if that matches up with other evidence, then that shows that evidence is true. But that's one thing these flat earthers can't do. They can recreate some experiments every single time, but that will always contradict the other piece of evidence they have, and they never own up to that. I don't know why. They're so closed-minded. It's weird. I'll probably get flat earthers after me now, but yeah, flat earth is bollocks. Bollocks. But yeah, if you want to know more about flat earthers and people who fight the flat earthers, go sub to Simon Dan. Tell him I sent you. I'm a big fan. Dave Boussier. I'm probably butchering your surname. I do apologize. He's commenting on the one where I showed in the recent debunk the TikTok videos. And he says, great stuff. I now think Nukes needs to incorporate the language into his videos. Did you see it? Did you think it was a ghost haunting? Or utterly bollocks? Normally utterly bollocks. You decide. Or do you think the clips of... Oh, and do you think the clips of Help Me were spliced into the footage, or do they just put a Bluetooth speaker out in the woods and hit play at the right moment? I'm more in the camp that they just spliced them in. It's very, very easy to get a piece of audio, put it in a video. Every single video editing software, that takes about 30 seconds to do. I very much doubt they put a speaker out in the woods somewhere. I mean, people have done that, but these TikTokers, I don't think they'll go to that much trouble. So yeah, I just think it was just simply spliced in, lower the volume a bit, and that's about it. Nothing special about those. And that, I think, is it. I've been talking for a long, long time today. But yeah, like I said at the beginning, apologies for the delay. I've had stuff going on, which are out of my hands, unfortunately. And yeah, hopefully I'll have another video come out in the next few days. I know it says in my banner, video every Sunday. Ignore that. Right now, just ignore that. They'll pretty much come out when they can, when they're ready, because I got stuff going on. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think of those comments. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm bullshit? And comment down below. I always enjoy reading the comments. I try and reply to as many as I can. That's it. I hope you enjoyed. It's sweltering in the UK today. It's about 30 degrees and I can't handle it. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.